Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hi, welcome back. Today we're gonna make our second recipe using our tomato-based sauce that we made on the first episode. Eggplant Parmesan from Parma, near where my mom and my grandma were born and lived. And it's so simple to make. The only thing you have to promise me is, regardless if I teach you how to make this or not, you're gonna come back to the Ados and eat it there as well. So let's get going. So we have our tomato sauce that we're gonna warm up. We have our blended oil. So the oil, when you're frying, you need to use a very light vegetable oil, which is sunflower, cottonseed, canola oil, all those kind of seed oils. This is a blend of canola and olive oil, and it's very good for this. So remember, whenever you're frying something, very light seed oil, not extra virgin. Then we have our eggplant. We have some Parmigiano that's going to be very useful when we put the eggplant Parmigiano together before we put it in the oven. We're going to add a little bit of basil. And we have our flour, which we're going to toss our eggplant in before we fry it. And that's really all you need for this recipe. So of course you got to wash the eggplant first. I usually use a slicer to cut perfect slices, the thickness that I like, but at home we don't have slicers. So I'm going to use my knife and cut slices with my knife. Now you're looking at about 1/4 of an inch in size. And really all we need is 3, but I'm going to cut 4. So here we have them. All you have to do is toss them in the flour. And the moisture of the eggplant is gonna grab the flour. And what we need to do is shake the flour off, so as least possible flour as possible. And you use an all-purpose flour for this. And as you can see, very little flour. And you take off all the residue of the flour. And there you have it. So the next step is to heat the oil. We're going to turn on our flame. Now this pot gets very hot very quickly, so I'm going to reduce the flame just a little bit. But you want to give the oil a nice kick and heat before we toss the eggplant in here. Now just a few things about this. Again, the type of olive oil, and also you don't want to overheat the oil, because you'll see that the oil will become almost translucent, like clear. If that happens, you've burned the oil, so you do not want to use it. You want it to maintain this beautiful, rich, golden color. And this is going to get very warm very fast. So I can start to hear the oil sizzling. I know this oil is ready to go. So again, we make sure that we don't have too much flour on the eggplant, and we put the eggplant. And as you can see, it's sizzling. Now we wait like a minute or so, and then we churn it. You want it to be nice, golden color. Now, you also have to be careful not to burn this, okay? So you want to make sure that you check it as we go along. And the other thing is, if you're doing many, you don't want to clutter it. You want to make sure that you have enough space between one another, single layer, so it cooks properly. It's so hot. So as you can see, they're becoming nice and golden. You see how nice and golden that is? And so we know we're on the right track with this. Now it's only a matter of a few more seconds here, and we're ready to go. I just keep on churning it to make sure that I'm not burning the other side. And look at these, they're so beautiful. We're almost there. Oh yeah, there you go. Look how beautiful this is. Beautiful, right? We're gonna turn off the oil, as I did, and with a lot of cautious, we move the olive oil so we can work a little bit better. And we let this sit and cool off. Okay, there's no reason for you to play around with it now. You can just let it sit and cool off so you don't burn yourself. Now I have the tomato sauce, and the tomato sauce I directly poured it right into this saute pan. Now, if you want to warm it up, you can, but really you don't have to, because we're gonna put this together and then put it in the oven to bake. So it's gonna have time to bake and warm up the sauce. So it's time to put this together. We have our eggplant here. We have Parmigiano. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put a layer of this, our beautiful sauce. Just like this. Then I'm gonna put one of the eggplants, just like this. Now, another layer of tomato sauce, and not too much. Okay. Now Parmigiano, and now a little bit of basil, and then we continue to do this. Another eggplant, some more of the tomato sauce, Parmigiano, basil, and remember I cut one more. You can do it with 3 or 4, but these are perfect size, and we don't want to go too high. So this is going to do it with 3 slices. We finish it off with our tomato sauce, some more Parmigiano, and we put this directly in the oven for about 5-6 minutes. So the eggplant is cooking at 450 degrees in the oven. Let's check it out. It's been 6 minutes. Oh, and it's perfect. Look at this. It's like when you cook a lasagna. Nice and crispy. The cheese, bubbling sauce. Oh, this is going to be really delicious. It really is going to be delicious. I'm just going to add a little bit of Parmigiano. And then you can put another fresh basil if you want. I personally like it just like this. I think it's time to try. Look how tender it is. It just breaks. And that's because of the frying that we did with the eggplant. Look how soft it is. It's going to be so hot. Oh wow. It's so good. It's so tasty. That sauce makes everything delicious, but especially this eggplant. It's like eating lasagna, but with vegetables. It's delicious. Join me again. Thank you for cooking with us. Come and cook it with me again. In the soon future, we're going to do another dish using the same sauce. Maybe a pasta this time. Grazie, and we'll see you next time.